Hello, and welcome to part 13. Thanks for joining me, where we're building a chat app with Socket.io and jQuery. And in this one, we are actually going to get some chatting happening. We've been swapping avatars and stuff, but we're going to get the chatting happen like the title says. But there are a few things that I ended on the last one. A couple things. I forgot to switch branches and merge to master, so I did that when you guys weren't looking. Sorry about that. And I was watching my last video, and what the heck is this equal sign? I did not mean to put this here. Looks like funky syntax to me, but the weird thing is it didn't puke at me. Well, it did over that thing with the server, with the port, which I never fully understood. But this thing really surprised me that it accepted this. So I thought, well, maybe it just ignored this line. So let me show you what happened. I'm going to start the server. Node them on. And it's running. It's running. What if I just, oh, I can't believe I just did that. What if I comment this out? It's still running. All right, let's go light server. This is starting my front end. Okay. I got 3 of them open. I'm going to close this middle one. Gonna shrink this down. Gonna drag it over here. Oh, I think when I click this is gonna rebel. It did. And right here it's saying ID width. So it doesn't like, since I did this, it decided that this doesn't mean anything, which means, to my great surprise, that this did mean something. So that was a weird way to learn, by messing up and finding out that it was legal, but I'm going to make it mean what I want it to mean. So this went back to being alive. I want to think that had something to do with that port 4200. I want to, but that doesn't really make any sense. But I want to think that. And now let me show you something, a little nuance with light server. I'm going to detach this. I'm going to refresh this, and I'm going to refresh this, and I'm going to make them both fit on the same screen. Come on, come on. And now, okay, so let's make this one be, what's his name? Vision. And this one be Groot. Okay, got Vision and Groot. Now, I'm going to start typing here, and don't be afraid. It's showing up over here. I'm going to hit enter. And it did what I expected over here. It has Groot's avatar right there. I'm going to start typing over here. It appears over here. But when I hit enter, it has that. Now, if that seems to you like a huge bug, it's actually not. We are running these off the same server, the same port on the same computer. The way around that is, see, it says you're on localhost 3000. So I am going to open a new one of these guys. A new command line, terminal, whatever you call it. Command plus plus, and I'm going to change into Tarza. So if I turn on light server is already on. If I could spell it. I'm going to put it on again. It did start it again, but look at this one. It says localhost, and it changed the port. So this one has a different, this is the one I just opened. I'm going to close this one, and I open this one. Okay, by the way, Vision disappeared, and is he down at the bottom here? He's at the very bottom here. That's working good. Will be Dr. Strange. Since this is localhost 3002, localhost 3000, I type here and that works. So I remember when that happened to me, I freaked out. I had to do a lot of thinking, a little bit of research, and I realized what the problem was. And luckily, Light Server is smart enough to say, hey, that port's taken. Let me try one a few doors down. Okay, so I'm going to leave both of these open because we're going to be testing the chat. So if I got two of them open, that works out well. Ouch. So on the front end, which is this one, on the key up event, we just had this post. We posted it on our. When we hit send, we put it here, but we also have to send it to the back end. I can't send it straight to the guy I'm chatting with or to everybody. I have to send it to the back end, to the socket server, and the socket server sends it to everybody. So I'm going to make a function called broadcast. Did I spell broadcast message? And what it's going to do, post sent message. I want to be right next to that one because I might. Okay, let me just grab this. I want to do a command C. I don't want to typo taking up 10 minutes of scratching my head. Equals that, and I want to go say socket emit. And let's call it incoming message. And you might think this is an outgoing message. Well, the server it's listening for an incoming message, and it's going to be sending something called message that has a key and a value of message that I haven't made yet, but it's the same as this. What did I call it up here? Let message equal this. I'm going to just copy this. Command C, Command V. So message is the new message value. One thing that it's a little thing that when it happens, you will not understand why. It's going to run this first and then this. Is that how we have it set up? Run that first and then, so first post it to yourself and then broadcast it. Sure. Or I could do it the other way around. What's the big deal? Well, here's what happens. I say let message equal new message.value. Look at this line right here. After I send it, I reinitialize that to an empty string, and then I get over here and I send that empty string. If I hadn't have seen that now, I would have, I don't know, that's one of the things that you can catch it in a minute, or you have to go to bed and wake up, you have a dream about what did it wrong. So to fix this, all they have to do is send this first and then that. But honestly, I just happened to see that was going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to do Command X, Command V. So now we're going to broadcast it, then post it. All right. So what was our listener called? Remember what we're going to do? We're going to copy paste Command C so we don't do any typos. So I'm going to go to the back end. And where are the listeners? They're right here. This is a listener. This is a listener. I like to have disconnect be my last listener, so I'm going to put it right here. Socket.on Command V. When you hear the incoming message, take that data and do this. Now you want to just tell everybody. You want to say client, because you're telling everybody, client dot emit is that how it, client dot emit new message. I got a new message, and we're going to send it that same data we got sent. We don't have to say data.message. We got sent an object, we're sending an object. Boom. It's that easy. When you hear this coming from this one person, just forward it to everybody. Now, so this is the front end is going to be listening for the new message. Okay, here's a funny thing. What do you think the front end's going to do when it hears it? It's going to post it. Well, it's going to post it as an in, because this is post sent message. Well, he's going to hear his own incoming message. So first, let's make it post, and then let's figure out how to fix it. And I'm just sort of just making it up as I go here. I think we're probably going to have to use the socket ID. Okay. In fact, I'm positive that's what we're going to use. But where are our listeners? Here's our listeners. Socket. The printer next to me just woke up, so it might get loud when someone starts printing. Socket on. Command V. I'm getting some data. And I'm going to take this data, and the printer's starting to move. And I am going to not post sent message. I am going to post received message. Post I before E, except after C, and we're after C. CEI. Post received message. And on this one, I need to send it the message. Data.message. Okay. On the post, when I did the post sent message, that doesn't have. Where's post sent message? I'm gonna do a cut and paste. Command X. Command V. I just wanted it closer because I'm gonna be looking at it. That doesn't have a parameter. That's because it's able to look right at the DOM and see what the value is. This isn't so lucky. It just can't look at the DOM and see what it needs to post. It's being put in. So that's going to be one of the differences between this. The printer's starting to move. You know what happens after it prints? Someone's going to come in here and say, I printed that. So just warning you. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? I guess I'll figure out whenever you watch this. Okay. So let's do this. Command C. Command V equals this. The data. So we just sent the message. We didn't send the whole thing. So we're just going to call this message. When we receive and call message. And for now, let's just log it. Log tab message. Okay. So now to test it, we're just going to have two things open. And we're going to see if one guy sends it, the other guy receives it. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they're both going to receive it. So before I make it appear, let's make it so that the sender doesn't receive his own message. Okay, Command S. We need both of these. Did anything crash? Nope, you're running. You're okay. Everything is good. Do I need to refresh these? I don't even know. I'm going to have to hit Command Option I on both of them so that we can. I failed to load resource. The server responded with the. That does seem bad. And that's, what server are you talking about? Localhost. That says not found. Did I crash my server? They both are going. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Nick Fury disappeared over here. Thor. Okay, so far so good. Typing something. Okay. As I typed it, it sent it straight over here. it's sending that too quickly. I want it to send it on when I hit enter. So let's make that happen on the enter. Where was it that I sent the message? Post sent message. Where did I post the sent message? Okay, I see what I'm going to do. Remember how I was all worried about what should I do first? Should I do this or this? I'm going to take the broadcast message out of here altogether. Command X. And it shouldn't happen until this happens, until this is clicked. So Command V, I'm putting it inside of that. And I don't think that's going to make a difference. Okay, that reset itself. That reset itself. But when I refresh it, oh, I was a little worried that the avatars weren't there. I mean, everything's so skinny you can't see it, but I'm pretty sure they're at the bottom. Nick Fury and Thor, yep. So we'll take Loki, Black Widow. Now, as this starts typing, when I hit enter, it showed up over here on Loki's. And when I hit enter over, it also showed up on the Black Widows. So when Loki says hello, Black Widow hears it, but he hears it himself as well. But that's what we said would happen. Haven't done that in a while. All right. So how are we going to fix that? So, and my idea is, when I broadcast that message, where is that? When I broadcast that message, maybe we do need to send more than just message. Maybe we need to send, along with it, ID. And this one is, the ID is the socket ID, socket.id. So what I'm going to do is, without even going to the back end, because the back end, remember, it just took the whole object. It didn't look at the message. It just took the whole object. Okay, I'll go over there just to show you, though. It just took the whole thing it was sent and sent it right back to the front end. So the front end catches it on new message. And then it posts it. But this guy needs to know his own ID. Does he know his own ID here? Does he know his own ID? Let me hit log socket ID. He might not, at this point, he might not have visible here his socket ID. And if he doesn't, that's fine. I'll just pass it in, but he might have it visible already. So I'm just going to just console log it. If it says undefined, then I'll just pass it in. How am I going to check that? Okay, so Captain America and Iron Man. That must be an ID. That's really ugly. Yeah, I think that's the ID. And this guy says, yeah, that's his ID. So he sees his ID. Post sent message. The funny thing is I don't want to do it right there. Stupid idiot me. I want to do it on the post received message. Same question. And I'm going to put a message with it this time, like, this is the ID. Okay. And what I'm going to do, if it sees it, then I'm going to make it not log the message. Let's just see if they see their ID. Got you going. You're Black Panther. I don't think I've chosen him once. Is that Doctor Strange? Ooh. Enter. Is not defined. I'm going to hit refresh because I hit something else there. Okay. enter. Uncaught, DDD is not defined. I really didn't think it was. That is the weirdest message. Try this again. No. Oh, I'm typing right here. Oh my goodness. This is the ID. Okay, so it has the ID. That's all I was trying to check. Okay. If this is the guy's ID who's receiving it, this is his very own ID. And if it is the same as, okay, we were just passing it the message, not the whole thing. Let's pass it the whole thing. Let's pass it the data. If it's the same as data.id, because remember the data has two things in here. The data has the message and the ID. So this is taking the whole thing and it's checking to see if the data if the ID part is equal to the guy's own ID. Don't need that anymore. So if it is not equal, if this ID doesn't equal this ID, then go ahead, but now we got to call it data.message. Go ahead and log that. All right, I'm feeling good. Let's let you be Vision. Let's let you be Gamora. So before I hit enter, I want all these S's to appear here, but not here. Yes. When I'm going to go, I hit enter. I want all these F's to appear here and not here. Yes. So now your own message, because when we actually post it, I don't want this to post. So now instead of saying this, we're going to do the, instead of saying logit, we're going to do something like this where we post it. Let message equal, we got this. So I'm going to post, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy it direct, Command C, and then I'm just going to edit it. Command V. Let element equal this and then post it. But I'm going to call this not a sent message, a received. REC, I before E, EIVED, received message. And that is, and, oh, okay, this picture, this image, Command X, I am going to put on the left side of the P, Command V. So this one has the image and then the P tag. Now received message, I have to go to the CSS. Notice how long it has been since we've been to the CSS. And I want to go right next to the sent message because I want to look at it when I code this. Dot Command V. I'm going to take pretty much all of this stuff. Command X. Ooh, not Command X. Command Z. Command C. Copy it. X is copy and cut and paste, and C is copy. Okay. Text align. Oh, remember this doesn't even matter. As this, neither does this. Margin left, so we're going to say margin right is 10%. And this is, okay, we're going to say, I don't, is it flex begin? Well, I know how to find out. I will let this autocomplete, and then it'll flex start, and then it'll give me the choices. Okay, I think that's it. That's Drax. I didn't have a picture of actual Drax. Yondu. He's not Yondu. Okay. Howdy. Okay, well, showed up here. Uncut reference message is not defined. It's probably because it's data.message. So, okay. Okay. And that was in the front end. And now I'm looking at the back end. got to look at the app.js. What we have right here should be the data.message. Ooh, look what it's going to use. It's going to put the wrong avatar there. We're going to have to send, along with the data, we're going to have to send the avatar with it too. Because it says, put the chatter.avatar there. You don't want to see yourself. You want to see the guy that sent you the message. But I'll be happy seeing it wrong now. Okay. Groot. And whatever that is. And you say hello. And now this guy's Groot, right? Yeah. Yeah. Groot showed up as Groot. So that's not cool. But then Groot says, I am Groot. And it's still Groot. Okay, but good news. This is on the right side. That's on the left side. This guy received it on the left side. He was on the right side. So all of that is perfect. But what is wrong is the avatar. This isn't a big deal. This is not a big deal. I just have to get to the right front end. So when we sent this message in this data, nope, the one that we sent it, the broadcast, where did I say that? I have the message, and I have the ID, and I need to have an avatar. I'm going to send an avatar, and the avatar that I'm sending is this person's. So this is chatter.avatar. That is just 99% sure that that's exactly what I want. Line 77. Chatter.avatar. So we're sending this. Okay. So we sent that. It goes to the back end. The back end doesn't do anything except for forward it. So I don't have to go to the back end. I just have to go to here, and I'm going to say Command C, Command V, Command S to save it. And I swear it's going to work. It's going to be amazing. And we need something to render. You know, we might have a problem. Why? Because you know how, okay, you see all of these are doing this now. Like I like to say, oh, it's just that one decided not to render this time. But we're taking him out of the front. We're taking him out, and then we're putting him back in. I wonder if we're like adding a character or something that's making this happen. Oh, I chose that one. Nice. So you had, yeah, but these ones didn't. All right. No, Harry. So now, you know, I really want this guy. He's going to leave. I really want him to have an actual picture. He's going to be Nick Fury again. And he's going to say, not my first rodeo. And before I send that, I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. Close that, I said. And Thor says, did he just tell me it's not his first rodeo? Fool. Thor says, fool. So, I love it. It works. Fool. We have a chat app, folks. What is left besides adding it, committing it, merging it, pushing it to GitHub? That's what's left in this video. But what's left in the big picture is we don't have this deployed. I told you we'd deploy it. So if you don't know how to deploy it, I'm going to show you how to use Heroku, because it's been a while since we got a merit badge. You know what else I want to do, but Maybe I should have done it sooner. See all these? This is ugly, ugly to have this object here. I was going to either have a file and we were going to read it as if it was an Ajax file, and we were going to basically get our JSON merit badge and our Ajax merit badge. But I don't see that happening now. I think I might just leave it like this. Yeah, because people want to deploy it, but after what we've done, just making that a JSON file is anticlimactic. Maybe I'll just do some standalone little video for JSON and Ajax and all that. Then we have to do my little bug file. We got to fix all these little bugs, but man, I am so excited. Okay, right, do you guys even want to watch me? This is also anticlimactic. I'm just going to end it now, and I'm going to do the merging and GitHub stuff, and you guys can just trust me. Thank you, and I'll see you in episode 14. It might be the last one. Bye.